Okay, we're live. Welcome everybody. It is late. We just got done with a dance. We're driving home. There's taillights up ahead. That is the lovely better half of me. That is Sandhills Sweetheart up there. We had to show up at different times, so we had to take two vehicles, so we're convoying home. And I just thought I'd turn on the camera. Since I'm not sure what's going to happen yet on Tuesday nights, hangouts being gone and everything else, we haven't decided for sure what direction we're going to go. Hey, what's up, Gary? I didn't know who all was going to be up late. I figured more people west of here would be up this time of night. And you. But a couple things I do want to discuss while we're cruising along here. Vandal! What's up, my brother from another mother on a different continent on the other side of the planet? I'm listening to, I haven't watched the actual Democrat debates yet, but I've listened to several recaps from different people and seen quite a bit of stuff. And it looks like it was, what's up, Vash Matrix? It looks like it was kind of more of the same, you know, just people talking out their bum, and I don't know for sure everything that was said on those, but I'm listening to them talk about, you know, decriminalizing border crossings, and I'm listening to them talk about supporting the Green New Deal, which would mean rebuilding every building in the nation. And you know, where are we going to put all these people? And if we decriminalize crossing the border, it's kind of like decriminalizing marijuana in the states that have done it. They've got more people now smoking marijuana than they ever had before, now that they know they're not going to be prosecuted. Well, I think it's going to be the same thing with decriminalizing illegal border crossing. It's going to be pretty much taking the front door off your house and saying, you know what, anybody that comes in, I won't call the cops if you come into my house. It's kind of like that. But I'm not only concerned about the security aspect. Another huge concern that I have, Vandal, I think we can get you in here for a couple weeks anyway. You're not a criminal until you overstay, so we just need to get you on this side of the planet, that's all. I think we're asking for a lot of trouble because, again, we've got extra people coming in now. That's one of the reasons we have a border, is to control not only who comes through, but how many and how quickly. Because we do have a finite amount of space. But here's some of the thoughts that I had as I was driving and listening the last couple days. And so we've got people that think it's okay to get all these extra bodies in here, and they may or may not have a plan on where to put people, but I don't know that there's a whole lot of public land that's going to be converted into housing. See, the people that want to decriminalize the border crossing, the illegal border crossing, they also want the government to step in and run every aspect of your life, up to and including telling you what you can and can't do with your own property, your own home, your own land. I heard some idiot here a while back say, well, there's nobody in Montana, let's ship them all to Montana. But you know what? Other than the federal property up there, everything is owned by private citizens. You can't take their land away and just say, here, we're going to take your land away and give it to these people because they crossed the border illegally and now they're Americans. Okay, that's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. But that's what they want to have happen. They want to be able to, and you guys can tell me, I can't read all the comments as they're coming through because I'm driving at night, trying to keep my eyes on the road, watching for deer and other things. But I'll try and scroll through and catch some comments when I'm done talking here. But you guys can let me know in the comments down below if you catch this on the replay. If you think that I'm so far, coming out of left field here, or that my tinfoil hat's a little too thick. But honestly, let me get this out, and you tell me how crazy it actually sounds when you piece everything together, okay? Because I admit that it could sound a little conspiratorial or a little crazy, but it makes sense in my brain after I piece everything together. So we've got people who want to be able to get all these extra people to not have any kind of control over who comes into our country, how many, how fast. They all have to go somewhere. That kind of leaves us no other option but to exercise eminent domain, right? And so they start taking away private citizens' land in order to build extra housing and things like that. Okay, how is this going to work? Because I don't know anybody who owns land who is not willing to fight every way they can. Of course, to begin with, it would be a legal battle. But we have seen people in our country before who, when backed into a corner, they traded shots with the authorities to protect their land, to be able to tell the government, no, we only will... Sorry, there had a couple bumps, some road construction. To tell the government, hey, you've overstepped and you can't do this to us. And had they not been armed, they could not have done such a thing. So let's think about this. Tell me how crazy I am. Tell me how ludicrous this idea is. Tell me that they would never want to come take people's land away. That's not at all why they want to take our guns away. Just think about that a little bit. They want to socialize healthcare. They want to take doctors, nurses, surgeons, anesthesiologists, anybody and everybody, and force them to do their work for a specific amount of money. They want to completely do everything backwards from the way it works right now. If you're good at something, you can charge whatever you want, as much as you can get people to pay for that service or that good, whatever you are offering. And so they want to take that away. They want to have the control. They want to tell you, all right, you're a doctor, well, you have to treat this person. You don't want to treat them? That's too bad, because you're no longer a private practitioner. You are government controlled. And if you want to be a doctor, then you'll do what we say, when we say it, how we say to do it. Oh, we got some stuff coming in here. Let's see. Somebody tagged me. Seven Wonders is out there. Live chatting mode. Seven, don't worry about that. Nobody's ever accused me of being sane. But if you notice, I haven't been paying much attention to you, to the comments coming through. That's partly why. Live chatting from the driver's seat is some of the only time right now that I really get to do the live chats. So, but just tell me, guys, honestly, do you guys think that I'm completely off base here? Am I completely nuts for thinking that some of these plans can only be implemented by force, and they can only force us into doing things if they first disarm us? Gizzard, I tell you what, I'm actually working off of a phone mount right now that somebody from Facebook put an ad up and asked if, looking for people to test it. They even PayPal'd me the money before I ordered it. I didn't even have to do this on good faith. They sent me the money. I ordered this thing. It really works. I'm going to be reviewing it here before too long. So I can't do it while I'm driving, obviously, but remind me, Gary, and I will try and find the same ad on Facebook, or the same the person that had sent it to me, and see if I can get them to maybe offer you one as well. It's a cool mount. If you've got a phone that takes wireless charging, then it will charge your phone as it mounts in there. All you got to do is lay your phone up against it, and the arms automatically close and clamp it in. It's got a capacitive button on either side of it to release the arms. It's motorized. It's really cool. Anyway, okay, so back to my ranting. That's kind of the only thought that I really wanted to get out here tonight as we're driving. But just I can't see any of these policies, any of these plans that they have that are going to take something away from one person to give it to somebody else who didn't work for it. They can only force you into doing something like that if you're willing to give up the only thing that lets you protect yourself, that the only thing that keeps the government from forcing anything upon you. And that's the number one reason why I have firearms. That's the number one reason why I got my my concealed carry permit, and that is the number one reason why I exercise my right to keep and bear arms every chance that I get, every place I can legally do so. And it's not because I want to impose my will or force anything upon anyone else. It is simply because I refuse to let anybody force something onto me against my will. Nobody else has the right to tell me to do something that I don't want to do, or force me to do something that I don't want to do, other than pay taxes, right? But no other person, no other human being gets to force and impose their will upon me without my say-so. That is what's a human right. The ability to stand up for myself and say, no, enough is enough. I'm not going to do that, and you don't get to do this to me. That is a human right. But only our country recognizes that. Bump. Railroad tracks. Okay. Where Vandal lives, they don't get that kind of option to just say enough is enough. We have rights. We have basic human rights in a constitution that says those can't be stripped away from us. Where Vandal came from, we just saw those basic human rights stripped away from people because the PM said so, right? So, yeah, it's... Anybody that says that America is not the greatest country in the world is so full of hooey that you don't even want to listen to anything else that comes out of their mouth. Okay, this is still the greatest country in the world. Vandal, I'm sorry, and I mean no disrespect to Australia or New Zealand, but the U.S. is the greatest country in the world. Show me another country where people are so hell-bent on getting in that they're willing to swim rivers, climb fences, and go into detention camps just to get here. And don't start me on detention camps tonight. I don't have the energy. Nobody's forced into those. It's the only detention camp in the history of ever that you can be that can be avoided by turning around and walking the other direction. It's not a detention camp. It's simply a stopgap measure to slow down the number of people coming into the country without our say-so. And part of the reason why the conditions aren't as great as they need to be in those places is because the same people that are complaining that it's happening are the people that are blocking or slowing down or muddying the waters to get enough money to make things better. Again, finite amount of resources, money, time, effort, workforce, space, all these things work against us when we've got more people than we can handle trying to come through. So, alright, let me see if I can not crash and check some of these. I saw my name come through here a while back. Somebody tagged me. You got your foil hat too. Cool. Mine has a chin strap. Not really, I made that up. But if I made a tinfoil hat, I guarantee I'd put a chin strap on that sucker. That way it wouldn't blow off. We get some winds here in Nebraska. Alright, Gizzard, are you signing off? Are you saying that it's time to hit the hay? Alright, thanks for hanging out with us. We've got another, I don't know, 20 miles or so. 20, 25 miles to go in one one spot where I'm probably going to robot or completely drop off before I get home. So if that happens, guys, I'll just end it, but I'll hang out with you until that happens. If I start to robot and I don't completely disappear, hang with me, because I will come out the other side and keep talking. But thanks for hanging with us, Gizzard. Have a great night. Give him the bird. All right. Not to mention all the people who are waiting to enter legally, we basically wouldn't be told, oh yeah, we don't do that whole border thing anymore. Yeah, I've spoke with some people who came to the country legally, or I've spoken with some people who their parents came to the country legally from a different nation. Like, I've spoke to some first generation U.S. citizens, right? Not immigrants, but first generation American born citizens. Their bigger slap to the face negates, and it undermines, and it just makes it worthless. It completely devalues all the effort, all the time, all the money spent on any legal fees that are involved to become part of a different nation. It's just asinine, guys. I don't know any other word for it. I know somebody, a friend of mine has a family member who is working on becoming a Canadian citizen. Married a Canadian citizen and has moved to Canada, and I believe is going to either be a dual citizen or to just be able to move into Canada, to get married to a Canadian and move into Canada. She's not able to have a job and work for several months. I think it's the first 6 months. They thoroughly vetted her to make sure that this is indeed a romantic relationship and not a marriage of convenience just to get somebody across the border. And when I say thoroughly, I mean sworn, signed affidavits from friends, family members, interviews with above mentioned. I mean, they talked to as many people as they could find before they're willing to allow her to come and live there. Why? It's not because they're lacking any space. They got more than we do, especially unsettled. No, it's because they want to know who's coming in, why they're coming in, what they're going to do while they're there, and where they're coming from. Alright, well, Ozzy got a new office chair. I'm scrolling through. I'm going to miss most of these guys. I'm trying to at least see the ones that you guys are tagging me in. Vash says Dad was first generation in their family. Grandma really needed asylum. You keep losing on me? Am I roboting, guys? Very cool, Vash. Very cool that your grandparents immigrated. From which country? You maybe said that up above. I didn't see it. Very, very cool. Let's see. What's going on with 7? Croatia. Cool. Well, that's very, very awesome. And again, did it the right way, didn't they? Didn't sneak into the country, didn't overstay a visa, did everything the right way, put in all the time and effort it took to become American citizens. Did everything the right way. Zippy's in the house. What's up, Zippy? And if there's anybody that's been commenting and I missed saying hi to you, that's my fault because I'm driving. So keep the comments going. I saw Ozzy out there. Zippy, Vash Matrix, 7 Wonders, Vandal. Gizzard was in the house for a while, but he's pretty old, so he had to go to bed. I hope you're still listening, Gary. It's not very nice to be taking jabs at you if you're not there to hear them. 2 years, the legal way. Popo sitting in the median. Glad we're not speeding. That would have been a fun live broadcast, wouldn't it? Getting pulled over while carrying. You could have seen how Madison County, Nebraska handles a traffic stop. Also glad I wasn't reading stuff at the time and wasn't weaving all over the road. So, not reading the chats as I roll through this intersection. A couple intersections coming up that this time of night they're pretty safe, but an intersection we just rolled through, there's a lot of wrecks back there. It's pretty busy during the day, and you don't slow on this road. You don't slow down to drive around Madison. It's 70-mile-an-hour speed limit. Oh, that's a rough bridge. Okay, I feel sorry for anybody that's trying to just follow along and watch the dash cam. But somebody's talking about getting tased out there. Blitz. Oh, I saw you, Blitz. I see you. Helping a coworker get citizenship. Gary's only 10 months older than Ozzy. Well, Ozzy, that can mean only one thing. You too are old. But I feel you. I officially joined the old man's club last week. Now I'm an official grumpy old man. If over the hill is 40, then I'm over the hill. I don't even remember a hill. What hill? Not sure what hill they were talking about. Missed it entirely. But I'm over it. So, Ozzy, I don't know if you've heard me talk about this or not, but I'm trying to get together. I'm not old. That's okay. Thanks, Matt. I appreciate it. I don't feel old. I look at all these old people doing stuff, and then I realize I've come to find out later they're 5-10 years younger than I am, and I'm like, holy crap, when did this happen? Zippy's gonna be 60 next week. Right on, happy birthday. Today, well, it's not today anymore, it's Sunday now, but August 3rd, which for me, I'm still running on August 3rd is today. And for some of you, it still is, I think. Except Vandal, it's almost tomorrow already. And I just got out of yesterday. Okay, my mind just got blown. Anyway, August 3rd, my mom's birthday. Were she still alive, she would be 72. But that's alright. Zippy. Well, you know, you can be zippy, you can be old and still be zippy. It's not necessarily only for young people to be zippy. Oh goodness. There, I had to stop and take a drink. This portion of the live chat is brought to you by Mountain Dew and Bad Decisions. That's right, I run on Mountain Dew and Bad Decisions. All right. Let's see. Vash's dad is 86. Fighting cancer right now. That sucks. So those of you who are the type to pray, let's send up some prayers for Vash's dad. Vandal, your birthday is the 25th. Is that what you mean? Or you're about to have your 25th birthday? I'm not even sure how old you are, bud. All right. Monster Hydro is the way to go. Perfect complement to Bad Decisions. I've always thought I was the perfect complement to Bad Decisions. We go together like peas and carrots. You'll be 39. All right. Well, you're dang near old then. Ozzy's about to turn 59. That's all right. Just because you were old enough to buy lottery tickets when I was born doesn't make you that much older than me. the the night after Independence Day, the 5th of July, we DJ'd a dance for a class reunion in the town where we live. 40th class reunion, class of 1979. And then I realized that graduation's in May, and I was born in July of 1979. So, yeah, I wasn't even breathing air yet when those people... I was alive, but I wasn't breathing air yet when those people graduated high school. So, that was kind of cool to be part of something from the year I was born, though. Good times. If you are the type to send up prayers, the dance we just came from, one of the groomsmen, the bride's brother, one of her brothers. Okay, we're back. Thanks for hanging in. Like I said, this is one or two more times, but hang with me. Bride's brother didn't get a whole lot to eat today because they didn't have a lot of stuff made up that was keto friendly, so he had an empty stomach. He had a few drinks, and he's not a drinker, and so it affected him more and faster than it normally would. And then coming off the party bus, he had to walk down a concrete slope to get to the reception, and he took a bad step and completely face planted, smacked his forehead, his nose square into the concrete, knocked himself out doing it. So he took a ambulance ride to the hospital. They did check him out and release him, no concussion, so he's good. But just send up some prayers for him too. The biggest injury that he got was to his pride, huge bruise to his ego, and plus he missed his little sister's entire wedding reception. But just pray for quick recovery for him, and that no unseen complications come up after the fact with that too. So, all right, what am I missing here? I think we're just comparing family histories. I'm not sure what's going on. I'll have to go back through and see if I can reread some of these. Kind of funny. I do a lot of talking, not a whole lot of reading when I'm driving down the road. You guys just kind of talk amongst yourselves. Sometimes it kind of feels like I'm just kind of giving you guys a little background noise to chat to. Mad Sexy. Did you say idea? I'm not sure what's happening. Did you mean, what did you mean? Hit me back again, Matt. I'm not sure what's happening there. I think you meant to say I have an idea. All right. I'm proud of you. If you'd like, go ahead and share that idea. Or if you just wanted us to know that you have it. Okay, we're back. Okay. Shouldn't happen again. Now, we're almost into town. Did I miss the idea? Nope. All right. An idea is just a headache without words. Okay. Well, then I've got an idea right now too. Yeah, let's not do that. That's nasty. That's gross. I don't know where that comes from, but I'm not going to condone sending any kind of body waste, which would technically be considered potentially biohazardous. That could be terroristic, and I cannot condone such a thing. I understand maybe the sentiment behind it, but no. No. I got a better idea. How about you call your state senator? How many of us have ever actually just done that? You can be mad at your state. That's cool. I get it. But that doesn't mean that you should actually take human waste and send it to your senator. One of two things is going to happen. You either are going to have to send it anonymously, in which case it's not going to do any good, or you're going to have to actually own up the fact that you're the one that sent it, in which case you're probably going to go away for a while. Go check out the old Gray Bar Hotel. So don't do that. Yeah, I'm with Ozzy. But no, if you just pick up the phone and talk to your state senator, like honestly, how many of you have done that? Those of you that aren't in the state house. Just sit down and have a conversation. You know, it's something like sending something like that. That's kind of like name calling or anything else. It's just going to shut down any chance that you might have had of that person being receptive to what you have to say. If you did something like that to me, it wouldn't matter what you had to say. I would not care to hear it. So no, then we can't do stuff like that. I understand that you're mad, and that's okay. But there's a right way to go about doing stuff, and that's not it. Okay? So, all right. Well, you folks have been amazing, and you've kept me company driving down the road, so thanks for that. If you joined us late and you didn't hear the rant at the beginning as I was driving, talking about whether or not my tinfoil hat is a little too thick, yes, the one with the chin strap, then go back and catch this after it renders and watch the replay, and just tell me if you think I'm being crazy, okay? But I'm going to sign off. Thank you all. I know, man, it's cool. I hear you. Thank you all for being awesome people. Thank you all for riding along with me. We love all of you. On behalf of Sandhills Sweetheart and myself, God bless.